Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is your host, Shanti. Don't forget the Manti. Welcome back to Room 104. We are on the road today with a very special guest today.
Dun, 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 dun. It's me, Mario.
Mehgan James in the flesh, reality superstar.
Period.
You were on Bad Girls Club.
Yes.
What else were you on?
I was on Basketball Wives LA. I was on Marriage Boot Camp.
Uh-huh.
I was on it's called like Baddie South. Not is it called Baddie South? I was on another show.
Right.
And then I was on the show called Mind Your Business.
Uh-huh.
I've just been on a million TV shows.
Today we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of who you are. We want to kind of just pull the curtain back on who Mehgan really is and how she grew up and what eventually led me to be here with you today. You know, before all the cameras, the lights, everything, where did you grow up and like how big was it a big family that you grew up with? Did you grow up with a small family?
Okay, so I grew up in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. Grew up in Texas. I was raised by my grandparents. I am the oldest of 7 children, but 4 out of the 7 are my dad's kids, and then the other 3, including myself, 4 and 7, is my mom's kids. But I was raised with my grandparents, so it's like I was kind of raised as an only child because I was only me with my grandparents.
Right.
So our family isn't like huge, but like it's like normal size family. Like my grandmother has 2 kids, my uncle and my uncle and my mom, and then my dad. My dad died when I was 3, and I don't really know a lot of his family, but I feel like they have like a normal size family as well. Like I know my dad's mom, and then I know my dad's dad. I don't really know like his cousins and stuff like that.
Right.
So hopefully I don't get married to one of them in like 10 years.
That's such a big fear.
Because it's just like, I don't know these people. But yeah, I pretty much had a normal childhood. Like, I wouldn't say like, we weren't like really poor, but like we weren't like a rich family. So I'm just going to say we fell in the middle. I played a lot of sports when I was a kid. Like I have friends of like all types, like black, white, Mexican, Armenian. Like I've always been like a chameleon as to, I kind of get along with anybody that I'm in the room with. Yeah. Unless you piss me off. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
You grew up in Texas.
Yeah.
Was it a small town, big town?
Small
town.
It was like a very little small town outside of Houston. It's like on the outskirts of Houston.
Okay.
It's called Texas City. You know, whenever like this city's named after the state, it's super small.
Yeah.
It's only like 25 minutes from Houston or 30 minutes from Houston. Like I think Houston's the 4th largest city in the United States. So.
Were you always into entertainment? What kind of?
No, well, I just always had a like outgoing personality. But I remember when I was little, I used to watch like Full House. Remember that show?
Yeah, of course.
So I used to tell my mom like I want to be Michelle. Like I wanted to be Michelle so bad.
Really?
And then like growing up into like middle school and high school, I was watching like The Real World, and like me and my best friend would always be like, "Oh, we're gonna be on the show one day." And then I ended up getting on reality TV. So nobody was really surprised because it's something like I've always wanted to do. And then high school, I was like 15, 16. That's whenever like reality TV kind of had just started, like Real World season like 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I used to be like, this is so cool. Like, I want to be on the show. Right. And then when I was in college is like whenever reality TV really had its first, like, that's whenever, like, do you remember Flavor of Love? Like, I don't know.
I've heard something like that.
It's really crazy. But that's whenever reality TV really had its, like, when I was in college, that was his moment right there.
Where did you go for college?
I went to University of Houston.
Okay. Yeah. What was your major?
Business communications.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the goal with your major?
I didn't really want to go to college. My mom wouldn't leave me alone. Right. So I was like, I'm going to go. Right. And here's my degree. Now leave me the fuck alone. Right. And I graduated and everything. Yeah. And haven't used my degree like a day in my life. So if I ever have kids, I'm not going to make them go to college. It's a waste of fucking money. Right. I'm in debt.
I mean, I get it. I mean, a lot of people that I grew up with were kind of the same way. They were I know so many kids who went and got a major just to get a major, or they went to college just to go to college to appease their parents. So I understand where you're coming from in that regard. I'm the complete opposite. I went to every fucking school imaginable, like around the coastline and stuff like that. Well, I'm trying to find the connection of where you were like, okay, I'm going to college. Was entertainment still there?
No, I wasn't entertaining in college. Like, I was stressed.
Right.
I was so stressed. I was the kid that like, it's like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it, right? Right. So I was the kid that would, like, go party till 6 a.m. at a college, like, 2 hours away and still make my class.
Wow.
Like, I was that kid. I've never like went to a party, if I can remember, like a night before an exam, but there's this really big party at this university called Stephen F. Austin, which is like 3 hours away from my college.
Right.
And like I didn't want to miss it because it's like the biggest party ever. And like Stephen F. Austin it's like in the middle of a country. Like the college towns are like the good parties because that's all they have there. They don't have like clubs and like things like they have in big cities. So I couldn't miss it. So I literally went to the party, stayed like 2 hours, and drove back home and went to class the next morning at like 8 in the morning.
How far was the drive?
3 hours.
Shit. So you drove 3 hours just to hang out there?
I couldn't miss it. It was worth it. It was worth the drive.
Okay, but you ended up staying there for 2 hours.
Yeah, just 2 hours. But I mean, how long do people usually stay at a party?
Well, depends on what time you went. What time did you go? Do you remember?
I think I left around like 9 p.m. my time so that I would get there at 11. And the clubs close at 2.
Okay.
So 11, 12, 1, 2.
Okay, yeah.
And then I left. So then I made it back home for class.
That makes sense. Okay, then I thought like you were going there at like 7 to get on the road. You got there at 9 and then you just left at like 11.
No.
Okay, so you did
Adderall
it at the right
did
time.
it for me.
Okay.
Because without Adderall, I wouldn't have graduated college, and I definitely wouldn't have made that drive.
So you graduate.
I did.
So you graduate. What do I say for this one?
Like what? How did I get here?
Right. So like, what was kind of like the trampoline that brought you here?
So when I was in college, like my last 2 years of college, like I said, like your reality TV had just started like booming. And like Craigslist was where you found everything. So I would
Craigslist?
I would literally be like on Craigslist castings. What? I swear. No. I would look up castings on Craigslist.
There's no way.
Like Craigslist is like today's Actors Access, where you like make the little acting page and you find all the castings that fit your like look. Craigslist, you could find shit on there. And I found an audition for this show. It was called The Money and the Power, and 50 Cent was the executive producer.
Really?
Yeah, and so I filled out the application, and I got an interview like probably 2 weeks later, and they casted me on the show.
How long ago was
I was 18.
You were 18. So this was like while you're still in college.
Yeah, I was still in college. I had like 2 years left. I think I had 2 years left. I graduated high school early. I went to college when I was 17.
Oh, okay, because I'm trying to put the math together. I'm like,
so I graduated when I was 17, and you know how like I went after I graduated, I went directly to summer school.
Right.
So I started my first college semester, I started in the summer.
Oh.
So I did 2 semesters in the summer.
Okay.
And then when I turned 18, I did my 2 semesters, and then I was still 18 because I'm born in February. So like I
same
did
here.
Oh, are you Aquarius?
Yeah.
Oh my God, me too. That's why we're so much alike.
Give me some.
But yeah, so by the time I got casted on that show, I had 2 years of college left.
Right.
But I had this nerd boyfriend, and before I actually went on this show, I signed up for all online classes, and I had him doing my work while I was gone. At least I'm not dumb.
Well, no, that's smart as hell. Was he like? How long were you together for?
Until my work was finished. Because whenever I got back home, I was over it.
You only used him for your class?
Yeah, but like...
That's so evil.
We're still friends to this day.
Of course you're going to be friends with him to this day.
Yeah, but like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck did you think? Like...
Does he like...
I feel like some guys put themselves in like those type of positions. It's like you shoot your shot at a girl that you know in your head that you could never really like be with, and you try it anyway.
Right. And you like, respect him for that.
No, well, not really.
No.
Because like, what is it? It's like
I'm trying to help you out, bro. I'm trying to.
It's like whatever. Like he's a nice guy, right? And he'll be good for someone, just not me. Because he's just he's not my type.
So,
but he's a good friend.
Oh, put him in the permanent friend zone.
Yeah, friend zone.
I love how proud you are.
But like when he was doing my work, I was like, oh my God, I love you so much.
No.
Because I really did, because he was doing my work. What?
He deserves the degree. Are you trying to say that?
I mean, just for like, I was gone for 3 months. That's not even a whole semester.
Okay. He's such a good guy.
So whenever I came back, I picked up my own work.
Right.
Period.
Okay. Megan, I love your energy, bro. It's fucking hilarious. You applied on Craigslist. Your first thing was the 50 Cent show. Was it Money is Power?
It's called Money and the Power.
Money and the Power.
Yeah.
Did that have anything to do with power and that series? Oh, it did.
Mm-hmm.
So was it like a prequel or?
No, it was just like 50 had this idea of like, I don't know. It's so crazy like how people manifest stuff. Like,
Right.
Because like we did that show in 2018
Mm-hmm.
and Power just was released in like probably like 2017.
Right.
Wait, no.
there.
Not 2008. In 2008, was I 18? 2009.
2009.
Yeah. And then Power was released like 8 years later.
That's crazy.
And he like still stuck onto those like concepts of what he tried to teach us.
Did you got to meet him?
Yeah,
obviously.
he was the host of the show, so we
Right.
were around him every day.
So what was it like working with him?
Like he was really nice to me. He was an
Right.
asshole to other people.
Are
He
you
was like
serious?
literally black Donald Trump.
Really? Like he's that type of a person.
Yeah,
like
but he's like
personality.
about his business.
Of course.
Yeah, and like he was really nice to me, so I have nothing bad to say. But
Wow.
like he wasn't always nice to other people.
Yeah. I grew up listening to everything that guy did. That was my first rap album was Get
Really?
Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, cool.
I loved 50 Cent growing
Yeah,
up. So that's
he's cool.
Crazy. That
Yeah,
you actually got to work
when
with
I
him.
go back and think about it, it is crazy. Like I've had like a crazy life. Like because I had to, when I went there, I lived in New York for
Right.
3 months. Like we had to like jog across the Brooklyn Bridge. Like remember with the story about like how Diddy made people go get him cheesecake and made them
Yeah.
like we had like a challenge like that where we were like chained together jogging across the Brooklyn Bridge. It was crazy.
For that show or something
Yeah, for the
different?
show.
Okay.
For the show. And in my head, I'm like, I did some wild shit that I would never do at like
Well, yeah.
32.
Yeah, you were 18 at the time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And I thought
you
it was all fun.
Yeah.
But like now I look at it, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
Right. But I mean, you're 18. Like you're still going to college parties. You have exams and stuff like that. You got a boyfriend that's doing your work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta have fun.
Yeah, but like jogging across the Brooklyn Bridge in chains and shackles,
Yeah, that's bad.
whatever.
That's bad.
It was a time. I'll have stories to tell my kids.
Okay. Is that footage still out there?
Yeah, you could probably YouTube it. I'm sure. 'Cause
Really?
you know, like after 10 years, I think the copyright rule is over. Something about the copyright rule.
Oh, okay.
And you can just go watch it on YouTube.
Interesting. Wow, I had no idea. That's
Yeah,
really
I've been
cool.
on reality TV my entire adult life.
So what time around would you say you got your big break?
Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club.
Yeah, so I came back from the 50 Cent show.
Right.
I finally graduated college.
How many years was that? Like a year and a half, 2 years?
About like a year and a half later.
Okay.
And I was working at this bar. It was like a Hooters, but it was like a mimic of Hooters.
Mm-hmm.
And this show had started like airing called Bad Girls Club, where they get like the craziest girls from America
Yeah.
that don't know each other. They throw themselves in a house together.
I saw some clips of
Yeah,
you.
and they just fight and drink, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the girls that worked with me had got casted. And like I was thinking in my head, like she's not even a real bad girl. Like I know this girl. I work with her every day. Like if she can get on the show, I can get on the show.
Oh, okay.
And so the next season, when the next round of castings, I tried out for it,
Okay.
and I got it.
And you got it.
hmm
That's crazy. And then how did that show kind of work? Because I was watching clips, obviously.
Yeah.
You guys were in a house together.
hmm
The first clip that I saw of you, you're like, I know I'm a bad bitch. And you were like already on it. And if someone else was going to press you, you push back.
Yeah.
Which was like, I would say,
Everybody.
yeah.
So like I don't know. Like I got into a lot of fights growing up because like I
Right.
don't think I'm ugly. Like I was like a really pretty girl and I had a lot of friends and I had like nice clothes and stuff. You know, kids are jealous and they're mean.
You got bullied a lot when you were
I
a
didn't
kid?
get bullied. I whooped ass. They tried it. They tried to bully me. They tried to bully me.
Right.
Until they're like, oh, she can fight.
Right.
And so I kind of grew up fighting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it brought into my adult life.
Wow. And then you just kind of, how long were you, was it just that one season or did you go
I did
recurring?
multiple seasons, but it wasn't the same show. They had like little spin-offs. So they had like Bad Girls Club All-Star
Right.
Battle.
You had the All-Star. I know that you were
Yeah.
on All-Star Battle.
And then they had All-Star Battle Season 2.
Right.
And then they had like this other Bad Girls Club show. Like, because like I'm one of the fan favorites because I beat up 2 girls at once.
What?
Yeah, like if you watch a clip, it's like the most like streamed clip ever of Bad Girls Club fights. And it's me beating 2 girls up at one time. So I was the fan favorite for a while.
Oh my God, there's no way. What was the cause of it?
Because they didn't like me and they were coming back from the beach and they left me at the house by myself with no car. And so they were like, ha ha ha. Like they were walking in
You
from
think
the
that was
beach.
planned?
Yeah. So
Okay.
they were walking in from the beach and I was walking out of the door and the girl that I hated the most bumped me. And I was just like, this bitch just bumped me. So I grabbed her by the hair and I started hitting her. And then her friend tried to jump in. And so I blocked the friend's jump in with the girl. So her friend was beating her up. And I was punching the friend.
You threw a whole body shield at her? Holy shit.
They weren't ready for me.
No, they were not. I need to see that.
And then
clip.
I went home. I'll send it to you.
Okay, please send it to me
I was
afterwards.
like, I quit. And I left.
And that was it.
Yeah, but I was like the most famous bad girl for like ever.
So what happened after that? Like, did they call you back on a
Of course they
different?
did.
Yeah.
Of course they did. They loved me.
Did they put you on the next season and they got?
Well, with Bad Girls Club, it's like new girls every season. So they just
Right.
put me on all the spinoffs.
Oh, okay. So was it any different in the spinoffs? Like
The
the
spinoffs
nature
weren't
of it?
really different, but it's like you go with girls from other seasons. Like you don't go back with the girls from your season.
Oh,
so it's like,
okay.
okay, all the cool people from season 8, season 7. And there's still fights and arguments, but it's not as bad as because like you don't really have beef with these people and you kind of know their
Right.
personality from watching, the other season. So you're like, okay,
Right.
I like her, I don't like her. Like her personality's cool, hers isn't. So it's kind of like you get to know them, but like
Right.
it's not like some randoms, like how it is in your first season.
Your nickname was known as the Texas
Temptation.
Temptation.
The production made that up. It was lame.
Oh, okay. Because I was
'Cause
Googling
everyone
you.
had a nickname, so I guess they're like, oh, she's from Texas, so whatever.
Because I was Googling you. I'm like, I'm curious. Where did she get this nickname from? Texas
Lame
Temptation.
production.
Wow. Okay. Was that during All-Star Battle?
Well, I got the original nickname from Bad Girls Club, like the original season,
Okay.
and then I guess everybody just kept their nickname.
It just caught on.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you've been a fighter, well, all your life, I saw a clip of you, and you've advertised this yourself, where you were in a boxing match.
Oh my God, it was so
this
fun.
Monday. So how was that?
I lost. They didn't
Yeah.
have real judges, but it was with another television network, and I got to box the face of their network. We were the headlining fight, so of course she won. Like,
Yeah, Big Lex, right?
Yeah,
That's
but
her name?
she's the face of that network, so it wouldn't be any other way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But it's just like they paid us a really, really good check, like
Right.
very good figures.
Right.
And I'm like, I just used it as an opportunity to work out because I
Yeah.
had been like slacking in the gym. So then
Okay.
I had ended up hiring a trainer, going to the gym every single day. It was fun.
So
But I
how
still gotta
long?
be seeing stars a little bit though. I'm like, am I okay? Am I just dehydrated?
Because I saw the fight. I saw the clips of the fight.
And it gave Ty, didn't it?
Yeah.
It did
gave
not
Ty.
give.
Some people in the comment section were even saying that if the gloves were off, you would have beat her ass.
Because she was windmilling.
Yeah.
And I was actually punching.
Yeah.
Like, I had, like, technique, too.
Right.
Because I had actually learned stuff in boxing.
Right.
But Lex is really cool. Like, I'm glad I got to fight her. Like, really, I'm one of those people. Like, I'm a hustler. Like, you know how it is. Aquariuses are like that.
Yeah.
And, like, that's how we are. Like, and the money made sense. So I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Beat up or not. Like, I'm still going home on money. I'm still seeing stars. Is that normal? Not stars, but it's like these little floaty dots in my eyes. I'm like, like there's one. I don't know. Maybe I should go to the eye doctor. I don't know. I wear contacts. I think that's what.
Did you wear contacts during the fight?
Yeah, because I'm legally blind without it. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You probably fucked something up. You probably should.
I probably
check
should.
it
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna try it.
Go check it out. Do you see it every like? How often do you
It's
see
just
those?
like, I don't know.
Jesus Christ! What? Watch you have a concussion. You don't fucking know it.
I know, right? And I'm gonna feel like a football player, honestly.
How long did you train for that boxing match?
A month.
A month.
Mhm.
So you had said yes a month prior, and you
Yeah.
went in. So take me through your training regimen. What was it like?
Wake up every day, avocado toast in the morning, go to my trainer, 2 hours of probably a 45-minute warm up, calisthenics. Then we would go and with like technique and then conditioning, which is my hate conditioning.
I don't think there's anyone on planet Earth that likes conditioning, to be honest with you.
No one does. I
No
mean,
one.
unless you just like to run.
So you ended up obviously fighting. How many rounds was it?
5 rounds, 1 minute. By the third round, we were out. Like, we were both looking at each other like, girl, don't go do anything. Because we were looking at each other dead in the eye because we were so tired. We were
Right.
like, let the time go out.
My favorite moment of yours was the
Face off?
Face off. I fucking
Did you laugh?
I lost my shit, Megan. I laughed so hard because it's so peaceful. Like nothing is happening. All of a sudden you're like, yeah, you just jabbed it.
Because she got too close to me.
Right.
It's like, I didn't know what she was going to do. And I was always taught to hit first. Because if someone hits you first, you might not get to hit back. You might get knocked out.
Yeah,
So if you
I
hit first, at least you get one hit in.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna give you that. You're right. So you obviously that one was fucking hilarious. Your social media is just I want to take
It's
a time.
odd.
Very odd. Megan, it's like someone has schizophrenia, like on there. It's just so random. Because I can't watch your stuff when I'm in public.
Yeah.
I'll get in trouble.
Because you'll never know what I post.
I'm in the gym. And I'm doing like shoulder press or whatever. And I'm like, in between sets, I get tired and I'm going to look through my social media. And that's, it's either changing the music or social media. And I think you had posted something. And I'm like, oh, I see your name popped up. I'm like, okay, let me click on the story. I just see a dildo on my screen.
Oh, it's an ad. I make a lot of money from those. You should try it.
Yeah. What am I going to try?
No, not the dildo, from the ad. The ad. Because, like, companies pay me to post their products. A good amount.
Boy, it was so weird. When I turned it on, I just see just like a mouthpiece and the tongue is going out this way. I'm like, bro, I'm going to get in trouble for this.
No, because a company sells sex toys and they pay like $500 to $1,000 per post.
That's
just
insane.
to post it, to leave it on my page for 24 hours.
That's crazy, Megan.
I got rent to pay.
I know. I agree. But I'm just saying, like, whenever I see your name,
You're like,
I'll
look at it when I get home.
It's either that or someone's like fat ass on my screen twerking in front of a steering wheel.
Oh my God, I need to stop posting this. But I'm sorry, like, I have to pay rent.
I know. Look, I get it. It's just I need to be more careful. But at the gym, I gotta put you on mute. Like, I gotta turn my phone off because I saw a guy. He was right behind me, and then there was like this really cute girl that was walking into the gym, and I was like, just looking at her. I'm like, oh, she's kind of cute, and I'm looking up, and as I'm looking at her, and I look down, it's the vibrator with the tongue sticking out, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck. But I was lucky she
probably didn't see your phone.
Yeah, she didn't see my phone, but that's why every time I'm in the gym now, I just bring the brightness low just in case.
I do that too.
Because I'm scared. I'm
never
scared.
know.
It's very, very fucking scary. With you, for sure, it's fucking scary. I know that you're a host of your own podcast.
Yes.
It's called The Hollywood Group Chat.
Yes.
How many episodes do you have on there?
12.
12. And
we got almost 200,000 views on my last episode.
Wow. Let's bring it up.
In
if you guys
4
go on
days.
Hollywood Group Chat, which episode?
Have you heard of Black China?
Yes.
Her mom.
Oh, okay. Go and look at Hollywood Group Chat, Tokyo Tony episode. Let's bring it up.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. What made you want to start your own podcast?
Well, honestly, like, living in Hollywood and being in entertainment, there's always a struggle to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And I have not really went this long without being on TV. Like, I usually go like maybe a year and then I get picked up for another show, maybe a year and a half and I get picked up for another show. So for a while, like, it had been like 3 years. I'm like, I haven't done any like television. I need to have a way to like bring my have my fans still be engaged with my content and my personality. And I just know that, like, I know how I am. Like, I'm one of those people that, like, I have strong opinions and I stand on them. Right. And I was like, well, what
Good for you, by the way.
Thank you. And then I was thinking, like, I could just start a podcast. Like, why not?
Yeah. You just said something. You hadn't done television for 3 years. So this is something that you started this year, or was it
Well, I started
last
it
year?
In 2020, November 2020.
Oh, okay.
So in November, it'll be a year.
Okay. And then you started posting regularly?
November 2020.
November of 2020.
So we'll either do one a week or one every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Because you have...
Not 2020, sorry. 2020. What's this year? 2022.
2022.
I started it last year.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out. You said you have 12 episodes in, and I'm like...
Yeah, so it's like every week, or sometimes I'll skip like a couple weeks and post, but I've been pretty consistent.
Okay. Have you done podcasts where you were the guest?
Yeah.
Since like your host?
Yeah, people invite me on their podcast all the time because they think I'm interesting.
Right. No, you are. 100%. You're hilarious. Was there something that... What was kind of like a humbling experience that you learned as a host? And what is something that like you can work on as a host?
I need to start researching my guests more.
Why? What happened?
I don't know if you ever heard of Young Jock.
I love Young Jock.
Well, he was on my podcast.
Okay.
And I was like, Jock, so how do you sustain a 20-year career off of one hit? Oh. And it went viral. Like, literally every hip-hop magazine, every news media, every Yahoo, everyone picked it up. And the internet tore me apart. They're like, you're so disrespectful. And you
Right.
And I was just like, I just asked a question. I just honestly wanted to know.
Right. But you didn't do any research prior to her? I
mean, I did do research, but I still want to know. Like, the only Young Jock I know is
it's
me in the
down,
trap. That's the only one I know. Yeah. So, like, why am I in trouble for asking a question?
Right.
But they tore me apart.
Really?
So I'm like, okay, I'll just do more research, I guess.
Right. And So would you say that was the most humbling experience that you've had?
Humbling, yes.
Okay. And what was the difficulty that you saw throughout the whole podcast host?
It's the fucking talent. They're
Really?
always rescheduling, kind of like me.
Yeah, about that.
No, seriously, they're always fucking rescheduling, and sometimes they're like hours late, and I'm paying for the space hourly and the camera crew hourly.
Yeah.
Like they don't have really they don't care.
Yeah, that was the thing that we spoke about when I was setting up this contraption that we did. Sorry for rearranging your house.
No, it's fine.
But that was one of the things that you were talking about, how you have your own camera crew, you pick the location, and you were even talking to me about find equipment and how you could do it on your own. Mm-hmm. Do you what's a personal goal you have for the podcast?
I honestly wanted to get picked up by a television network,
right?
So I don't gotta pay for shit.
Right. From host to host, who's your top 3 guests that you want to have on your show? That you would move mountains for?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't have any of that.
Oh, really?
Because it's I don't really want to know people's business. I do this for my fans.
Right.
So it would be whoever they wanted.
Oh, okay.
It's I kind of like to cater to my audience. I'm not really, not to be rude, but I'm not that interested in other people's lives.
Right.
Because I'm kind of a celebrity in a sense anyway.
Right.
And I get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's I interview people who are entertaining.
Okay.
I would love to interview Santana, the rapper.
Right.
Or I would love to interview Jason Lee, another podcaster.
Right.
Or something like that.
Right.
That's
very interesting. I never thought of it like that. Because my show is basically, I try to showcase as many entertaining people as possible. Mm-hmm. Especially in my community, I feel like a lot of people don't get that shine. There are so many talented people out there.
Yes, I agree.
There's almost this is why I don't understand why some celebrities, I'm not saying you, obviously not you, but there are some celebrities who just feel like they're the top of the top and they're the best. And I just feel
you guys don't even know. There's so many people that are better than you. They just haven't gotten the opportunity to showcase whatever it is.
Exactly. And some people might be better than you, but the audience might not feel attracted to them well as you.
Yeah.
So
no one's better than me though.
Right. That's the mentality you need to have though. But that's the mentality you need to have, because you're a successful woman, you're a successful Black woman, you've taken your audience, you've created something, and now you're at this point in your life where you have a show, you have a brand, you have companies sponsoring you, you have celebrity fights that you can go and beat the dog shit out of whoever you want. For coins. So you're in a very good place right now.
Mm-hmm. But I don't have to work. I literally, thank God every day, that I could just wake up and do whatever I want to do.
Right. And
I don't have to, wake up and I don't have to do shit. I could literally be on this fucking couch all day.
Yeah. That's a different level of freedom. And then just constantly post dildo videos on your profile.
Yeah, I mean, I have to do that, of course. But, besides scrolling on Instagram, I don't have to do shit.
I want to do this one segment with you. Mm-hmm. You've been, you constantly put posts on your story about relationship type goals and tweets and stuff like that. This is a segment I call Green Flag, Red Flag. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of podcasters do this anyway, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to use this game because I haven't used it yet.
Okay, use it. What would you say your green flags are for you? And what are your red flags? Not in a guy.
Oh, for me.
You.
So green flags for me. So I buy really nice gifts. I'm a trick. I don't care.
Right.
If I like you, I'll spend $1 million on you.
I'm the same way.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And people are you're so dumb, and I'm I don't care. I like them. Whatever they want.
Yeah.
Another thing is I'm very I'll take care of it.
Right.
For instance, I used to date this guy that played football, and that's all he had to worry about. So he had dinner every day, when he came home, lunch. I booked all the flights for the family. I used to go buy his clothes for him. All he had to focus on was work.
Wow.
So it's I'm very supportive of whatever anyone does.
Yeah.
I'm not boring. If you want to go skydiving tomorrow,
you'll do it.
Yeah, that. And then I feel I'm pretty easy to talk to because I'm very open, I don't feel I cross people as, I can't tell her this or that. I'm understanding, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Green flags, red flags.
Now
I'm petty as fuck. I am tick for tack or whatever, however you say it. If you do something, if you don't answer my text message in 30 minutes, I'm not answering yours for 45. Like, I'm
you
very
keep
that.
receipts?
I am. I'm Inspector Gadget. So
Okay.
anything that I want to find out, I'm going to find out.
Okay.
So just don't like, 'cause I'm going to find out. Okay. My friends are just as crazy as me.
Okay.
So, like, if I call your phone 10 times and you don't answer, my friends are going to be calling next, and then their friends are going to be calling next until you pick up the phone.
Damn.
Yeah, like, I don't play that. Answer the phone. And honestly, like sometimes I have a bad attitude. Like, I'm a brat. Like, I'm bratty.
Right.
Like, I want my way, but, like, I have, like, valid reasons for why my way is the right way.
Okay. I'm going to just say a bunch of, like, you're going to tell me if it's a green flag or a red flag. A guy that you're interested in is...
Gay.
No.
What? No?
Mehgan, what the fuck?
That's what you're going to say. I swear I thought you were going to
I was going to say gay?
Well, you never know, honestly.
Has that happened to you? Were you?
Bye.
And that was a turn off?
I was like, okay, whatever.
Oh, okay. But
Like,
did you still end up talking to him?
Not really. I was
Nah.
like, it's too much competition.
I can't make it. Mehgan, you're too honest. A guy who's how tall are you? 5'8"?
5'5".
5'5".
Mm-hmm.
What if he's 5'7"?
No. I don't like short guys.
Red flag?
It's a red flag.
Shorter than you or just short in general?
5'11" is the minimum.
Wow. Okay. If he has a close sister?
Green flag.
Green flag. Why?
Because I like people that like guys that are family oriented.
Okay. Okay. What if he's like, they hang out a lot. They hang out almost every day.
Like Joe's girlfriend, Love and 40. Did you
Right.
ever watch?
No, I haven't
You never
seen it.
watched You?
The show?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the show.
Oh, well, Joe used to date Love, and Love and 40 were like this,
Mhm.
and Love and 40 were brother and sister, and Joe
Right.
hated 40.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think that's a green flag?
I like it.
You like it?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. They still talk to their ex.
Red flag.
Like they're on good terms with their ex.
Red flag.
Still a red flag.
Your ex is dead after you start dating me. Non-existent.
Okay. How would you address it?
Like, you can't talk to them, period.
Like you just look at them and be like, delete the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, delete their phone number.
Yeah. What do you need to talk about? Unless y'all have kids or something. Nothing to talk about.
Okay. I was going to ask that too. What if they have kids
That's fine. I want you to have a good relationship with the mama of your children.
Okay.
That's important.
Okay. Okay. What if he has a really, really close female best friend?
Red flag.
Red flag.
I'm your best friend. I'm your everything. Fuck out of here. What do we need her for?
Right. What if like she's a cool person?
I don't
She's
care.
also
They're
been
fucking.
Wait, what did you say?
They're having sex. Like, anybody that says they're not is a fucking liar. Seriously, because they're that, like, duh. Like, come on. And if you're not, like, fucking currently, you did.
What about you having a male best friend?
That's okay.
That's okay.
Yes.
That's fine. But your boyfriend can't have.
No, because, like, guys are horny. They can't control themselves. Girls aren't like that.
You're saying girls aren't horny?
Some of them, but, like, most of them are, like, I feel like girls are more faithful than guys.
Mehgan, stop lying.
Swear to God, girls aren't more faithful.
Mehgan, you know that ain't true.
All my guy friends are ugly. You can, like, you don't have to worry about me ever trying to do anything with them.
Oh my God.
So, I guess it depends on the guy friend. And it could be depend on the girlfriend, too.
Right. I'm that way where I'm like, it depends. Because, like, they could be in the deep friend zone like you did to that poor bastard who did your academics for you. So, there's possibly no chance. But it's interesting how you said, like, girls are more faithful than guys.
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
I just feel like we're more faithful because, like, we cheat emotionally. And that's
then
worse.
how's that faithful?
But, like, if we cheat, it's emotionally. It's because you're not, like, loving us or, like, you're not being nice to us. So we'll find somebody to, like, give us attention.
So
but not necessarily have sex with them.
Okay.
Guys are going to have sex with them.
But there's no emotional attachment.
Sometimes. You guys say that, but I don't believe it. Because I feel like if you have sex with somebody enough times, you start to like them, regardless if that wasn't the plan.
Wouldn't that go both ways, though?
No.
No?
I
You
don't
don't believe
know.
that?
Because if I have sex with a guy one time, I like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Guys aren't like that.
Some guys are.
Yeah.
And then they turn into the obsessive type. But some girls that like that anyway.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
kind of like it, not really. Like you have to be like a medium obsessed with me, like a 7 out of 10. 6.
What does that look like? What is the 7?
Like you have to care enough, but not too much.
So like let you do your thing.
But like don't let me do my thing.
Fellas, that's confusing as fuck.
It's not that confusing.
Okay. Now kind of piggybacking off of that. You're saying that you're okay to have a guy best friend.
I'm gonna retract my statement.
Okay.
And say that it depends on the friend.
Okay.
Yeah, because if she's like fat, ugly with pimples, like, okay, be her friend. And if you fuck her, then ew.
She can't be hotter than you. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Absolutely not.
Mehgan, do you have any projects that are coming up that we should look forward to?
You guys just please stay tuned to my podcast. Please join me on Patreon. It's only $3.99 a month just to support my podcast. You get exclusive information on Patreon. You get to see the episodes early. There's just a lot of benefits with joining me on Patreon. And just stay tuned to the Hollywood Group Chat podcast. Period.
Perfect. Period. All right. This has been Room 104 with your host Shanti. Don't forget the Manti. Thank you so much, Mehgan, for having me in your household.
Welcome.
Sorry for rearranging your shit.
Is this your favorite episode?
Actually, it is.
Ha.
We out. Go ahead and sign off at your camera, Mehgan.
Bye, guys. Follow me on Instagram at Mehgan James, on Twitter at Mehgan James, on TikTok Super Meg, on everywhere else Mehgan James. Bye.
Period.